Que pasa, cabrón? People often mistakenly believe that being attractive means you have to be born with the perfect genetics, but this couldn't be further from the truth. There are a few things that you can do to unlock your true potential, which I learned throughout my own transformation. So if you want to become so attractive that people barely recognize you anymore, then you need to make sure you follow every step in this video. My name is Blake. I'm here to help you along your self-improvement journey. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and check out my Looks Maxing course linked below. So this first thing might be a little bit controversial, and you might honestly be a little bit annoyed hearing it. It might sound kind of cliche, and that's because you kind of know that it's one of the things that you need to work on, but you're sitting here watching these videos looking for something else, like oh, you need to focus on bone smashing. Oh, you need to create these microfractures. You need to massage your face like this. This is honestly the most important thing that you can do, not only for just like becoming attractive, but for your life in general. And the first thing is going to be to fix your mental health. Now, this is something I've struggled a lot with in the past, and it can honestly affect your life as a whole. Like I was saying, like for instance, if you go and look on this channel at the first video that I ever posted and you see the second video, you see that there was a big gap, like months in between. And the reason was because I was so, insecure with myself. I kept telling myself like I wasn't ready. I wasn't like the kind of person that should be doing this. I wasn't qualified, and all these different excuses that, my mind just made up. And even before the first video, there was months, probably even over a year, that I just debated on starting a channel. I had all the ideas, but I never acted on them because I just had poor mental health. I didn't see myself as the kind of person that could do that. And this is because the world's image of you is dictated by your own self-image. It comes across in your micro expressions and your body language and basically how you interact with the world. So like I was saying with the YouTube example, since I didn't believe that I was that kind of guy, I didn't believe that I was qualified to do it, I never did it. And it caused me to lose out on a lot of time wasted that I could have been spent, helping you and building these videos up and becoming better at this skill. But I wasted a lot of time versus like, imagine if I never reached out to my girlfriend now, and if I never, started talking to her because I was like so shy and so insecure with myself and had poor mental health that I never thought I was worthy enough to talk to her. Then I would have never gotten to share all those experiences and memories with her because I would have been too afraid to talk to her. And I'm so glad I did because, now I have that because I was able to get over that and able to actually overcome my own poor mental health. And now, now I can say I have good mental health. You can be confident and you're actually not afraid to go out and do the things that you want in the world. And that's going to be so inherently attractive for any person to just be confident and have good mental health. It just shows that you have again, it'll come across in your micro expressions, your body language. You'll just have a little bit more pep in your step. You'll feel like the world is not revolving around you, but you feel like everything is happening like perfectly falling into place. And this is like a skill you have to build up because, if you have poor mental health, it's just repeated habits over time that just keep feeding into that, keep pushing you down there. So it's going to be a skill that you have to actually work on. And you want to get to the point where you kind of like are able to access that like pep in your step, where that feeling where everything's falling into its right place every single day. And it's a skill that you have to build up. So you're going to be able to do this by recognizing negative thought patterns. Again, every day you're telling yourself like all these subconscious thoughts that's making you just fall down this negative rabbit hole of just poor mental health. But if you just recognize those negative thoughts and get ahead of it, then you can change it because you have the power to control your own mind. You notice yourself starting to sound like, oh, I feel a little bit ugly today. I have all these pimples and stuff. Stop immediately and think, oh, wait a minute, I'm just telling myself like these negative thoughts and it's making me have poor mental health. Why don't I tell myself something positive? Because you can't underestimate the power of positive thinking. There's no harm in doing that. There will literally be no negative consequence into thinking positively. Like if you just change the thought to something positive, literally nothing bad can happen from it. And it's only going to make your mental health improve from there. Whenever you catch yourself thinking negatively, immediately stop and just tell yourself something positive that you did that day or that you did recently, and start to, feed into positive thoughts, because you want to just constantly be having positive thoughts, because it's better to be, overly positive than it is overly negative. That's just going to make your mental health that much better. Another thing that you absolutely have to be doing it's essential, it's non-negotiable, is just building an aesthetic physique. And most people tell themselves like, oh, I already tried, like I just don't have the right genetics for it. But everybody has good enough genetics in order to become aesthetic, because the goal is not to become like some big steroid looking bodybuilder like prime Ronnie Coleman. The point is just to build an aesthetic physique that looks attractive, and you don't have to be the biggest, you just have to be aesthetic, building up the right muscle groups, getting that golden ratio, which I've talked about in other videos, put it up there or something. And if you just build that up, then it will 10x your attractiveness. Like every single person on this planet, well, every single man on this planet is going to look 10 times more attractive with a little bit more muscle on their frame and a little bit leaner body fat. If you literally look at any actor's transformation, everybody goes crazy when they make these transformations for these movies, and it's always when they look like the most aesthetic. Everybody goes on and on about how attractive they look all of a sudden, and it's just almost like it came out of nowhere. And this is just all they literally did was simply just add a little bit of muscle, get a little bit leaner, and get a more aesthetic physique. So literally, if you just do that, your attractiveness is already going to go up so many points. Like if we're just talking about on a 1 through 10 kind of scale, it's already going to go up like 10 out of 10 basically. Like your physique can change so much about your attractiveness. Plus, not to mention, when you're dieting and you're exercising like that, it's going to help regulate your hormones and everything, which, proper hormone regulation, good testosterone levels and everything like that is just going to promote proper development in all areas. So it's like your jawline, your bone development and everything, bone mass and all that stuff is going to help you develop into a masculine, attractive frame. So, the gym is just so great for so many different reasons. Last thing I want to talk about is just a few things that you can literally change instantly right after watching this video, which again, I made a more in-depth video about it. I'll put up there, but it's something that you can literally go do today. So one of the first things you can do is going to be your haircut. Literally, you can go to a barber today and just get a haircut so you can look more fresh, more well put together, and just look like overall like you take good care of yourself, like you're looking all handsome. Things drastically changed for me when I first got like this kind of fade haircut that I got going on. I started like, again, that's how I attracted my girlfriend in the first place. Like I literally changed how attractive I looked, along with my self-image of myself and stuff when I got the cut, which added anything. But in terms of just physical attractiveness, it just added a lot to it. And this is not to say that you have to get a fade or anything like that, because everybody's face shape is different and everybody's head is different. You just have to find what hairstyle looks attractive for you and then just stick with it, because it will literally change a lot. And always get it fresh, like 2 weeks as the max, because you got to let it grow a little bit for it to stay healthy. But every month, go get a haircut. Maybe every two to 4 weeks, we'll say. Every 2 to 4 weeks, go get a haircut, make sure you're looking fresh. Because again, you can contact your barber today and book that appointment. Another thing you can do is also your clothing. You can literally go get clothes today from any store that you find, whatever, but you have to make sure that it actually fits good and you're actually going for like a proper aesthetic. So look on Instagram and stuff and find people that you think dress nice and that you think look attractive in their clothes, and then copy that kind of style. Go and make sure it like fits your body type good and everything like that, and actually look like put together. Instead of just wearing like, all these like trashy kind of clothes, you can actually look more put together and like you actually look like you know how to dress. And this is by keeping it simple and everything. You don't want to go like too crazy, neon colored Jordans or anything like that. You want to, nice clean look, like some polos. That kind of old money aesthetic is what I really like right now. But again, it's very subjective. Just find what fits you good. And last thing is going to be your hygiene. Now, your hygiene, it can be a lot of things, but, keeping everything, tip-top shape, trimming your beard or shaving it, depending on like how well you can grow it, plucking your unibrow and everything like that, taking good care of your teeth, your skincare, especially like upgrading your skincare routine, not just, splashing a little bit of water on there, but actually having a face wash, moisturizer, sunscreen, stuff like that. Those little things are going to add up, especially like in the future as you get older and everything. It's going to really start to show, and you're really going to just start to have this just natural glow to you, as long as you make sure you stay on top of things. So if you want to learn more about all of this stuff and learn exactly what I did to achieve my transformation, then you can check out my Looks Maxing course in the description below. It goes over all of this, and it also has a bonus dating module which teaches you how to get good with women and everything, and how I navigate my relationship and everything like that. It has a bonus aesthetic body program, which is the exact program that I ran in order to build the physique that I have now. It also has a bonus social media module which teaches you how to leverage social media in order to build an attractive aesthetic lifestyle that women will want to be a part of and men will be envious of. So if that all sounds good to you, then you can check out and read more about it in the description below. With that being said, remember, be better than you were yesterday.